Hello, duelists, and welcome back to the King's Courts. Now, this is a very, very great day for hero players. Now, unless you've been living under a rock like Patrick from SpongeBob, if you're watching this channel, you would know, if you're new to the channel, hi there, how you doing? But if you've been to the channel before, we discuss all things hero related. That's, obviously. And look, it's such a special occasion, I had to bust out my hero mat. This is the mat that I use at my locals every week, and usually I use my One Piece mat just because, I use that because that's how I started off the channel. I just used my One Piece mat because it's the only mat I had at the time, and it just kind of stuck. So I'll go back to that. But whenever something really big happens with heroes, I bust out the hero mat, and and something big happened recently. So like I said, unless you're Patrick Star, a hero player got top 32 at the North American WCQ. Now that is huge. I can't remember the last time a hero player got that high at such a huge event. So this video is going to be looking over the deck that he played, and overall I guess you can say just gushing over it because it's like a sport event. It's like when like your favorite sport, I know the idea of sports ball. Ew, who plays that? But it's like when your favorite sports team wins, everyone goes crazy. It happens every year with the Super Bowl or any of it. So it's like that. Whenever a hero player wins, all the hero community goes in just absolutely nuts. I'm excited. I'm super excited and complete. We're still a small channel, but if somehow he's seen this, shout out to the guy who won. His name should be here. Nathan Christmas. Yeah, Nathan Christmas. Oh my god. A fellow Cali hero player took this deck to the top 32. Oh my god, 100% respect. Oh my god, complete and utter respect. My hat's off to you. I don't wear a hat, but hat's off to you. Oh my god, complete and utter 100%. What a legend. So, I'm just really excited because it's always great seeing the hero deck get, once in a while, we'll see the a hero player top a regional or something get top 64 or something. And don't get me wrong, that is amazing. I always hear people say he probably got the easy matches or something like that. You always hear people say that when it comes to rogue decks competing. But I'm the kind of guy who thinks you gotta show some level of respect, whatever deck they're playing, because they got to this high level in this ranking not just by. We all know the stereotype, it's, TCG, especially, it's pay to win. But let's be real, Yu-Gi-Oh's gotten to the point where it's so insane, and the learning curve for almost any deck these days takes a good amount of time to get. And not only that, deck construction, choices for side decking, all that stuff is such a pain. You got to know the game inside and the meta inside and out. That realistically, I feel like these days that sort of viewpoint is just kind of skew, if you ask me. So 100. So the reason I bring this up is because we always see some hero players top at a regional, and that's always amazing. I love seeing that. I love seeing hero players top, and it just gets me excited because we just love heroes here on the channel, and just seeing somebody actually take it to a huge event like the North American WCQ and getting top 32 and the feature match. Oh my god, I was actually really tempted to do a reaction video to that, but I really don't do we don't really do reactions here on the channel. No disrespect if somebody people are into that, that's cool, but it's not really our thing. The only time we ever do that is when a ban list for a game comes out, like when Yu-Gi-Oh or Digimon's ban list comes out. But hey, if I guess screw it, why not? If anybody wants to see my reaction to the feature match. I probably have to mute it just to be safe because copyright these days is such a pain. I probably would mute it, but if you want, let me know. But right now, I want to go just gush over this guy's deck and just talk about what I think this is going to do for the hero deck going forward. So, let me know in the comments what you think. If you've seen this guy's deck profile, what do you think of it? I think it's cool. I remember if you watch other hero channels I really don't like to drop names because I'm not one of those kind of guys that likes to I don't like to try to put other people's name to get attention. I've never been about that. I'm not like that. Neither me and Chandler or Michael, we made it very clear we don't want to do that. But I gotta mention this really quick. If you want to, like, I saw the guys full on. I got my computer monitor open in case you heard that. Sorry, I forgot to mute it. Also, if you hear any noise in the background, that's just my fan. It's getting warm again. So, sorry about that. If you watch any other, I watch like pretty much all the GOATs for Heroes. I try to get as much like. So if you've seen at the one of the big hero players, D Time. If you watch my channel, there's a good chance you know who that is. He did like a full-on deck profile of the guy. I think it was in Philly. I could be wrong. I think it was in Philadelphia. So the guy got a full-on deck profile from the guy, and the guy said that some of his choices are a little controversial. I think this deck is totally teched out for this event. Something I feel like people forget. This is for like a really big event, and you're gonna be. This is for like. This guy obviously, Nathan Christmas, obviously knew the meta inside and out. He totally prepared for Kashtira and like just Runics and all that. So the dude was totally ready. So let me know in the comments if you've seen his deck profile, or like if you've seen the deck profile, and if you've seen the featured match. What do you think of the deck and how it played? I think it went. I was going crazy, honestly. When I was a kid, I would see like my relatives go crazy over a football game. Personally, I'm more of a boxing or like a combat sports fan, but whenever they saw that like their favorite sports team win and they went crazy, I always used to thought that was so weird. Now I know what that's like, because when the guy busted out the fusion droplets when he was trying to delete, like when the guy was trying to use his cards, I just went like insane. It was nuts. So again, 100% shout outs to that guy. And just 100% respect. So, let me know in the comments what you think of this guy's deck profile. Have you seen the deck profile that he... I think he also gave to... I think he gave like a full in-depth deck profile discussion on the deck to a couple of other channels. I could be wrong. I just remember seeing D-Time's video like in my recommendations, you know, from other videos I watch. So, that was cool. So, if you've seen that, let me know in the comments what you think of it. I think this deck is totally cool. So, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you so much for 129 subscribers. We're very grateful here. And don't forget to follow our social media, links in the description. Now, I have the, like I said, the deck boot on my monitor right now. And I'm just looking over it, and he mentioned that in the deck profile, and yeah, in the deck profile that he got from D-Time, that he says that he wants to make sure he always went off, because that's why he main decked 3 Stratos and 3 Hero Libs and the E-Call Rhoda, and I think he even said though he was a little iffy on Fool's Burial, but he went with it. He said he wanted to go full combo no matter what, and that's also why he's playing the double increase. Double increase. So I think that's actually a really good idea right there, and honestly, I was actually thinking the same thing, because when the new Flame Wingman card came out and I did my review on that card, I was also thinking we got to make sure we always have a hero, because through playtesting to master the combos, you know, I use like online Dueling Nexus for that. I don't use, because it's not in Master Duel yet, so when it is in Master Duel, I'll probably do some more videos for Master Duel if you want to see that. But I was practicing on Duelist Nexus. You know, the online Yu-Gi-Oh! Simulator. That's where I like to go to, like, to practice combos, like, when I can't play IRL, like, because I can only go to my locals in the weekends. So, I didn't have anyone to play test against, so I wanted to practice the combos. I was noticing that one big issue is that you need as many heroes in your hand as possible, and especially the ones that can search off other cards, so... For a long time, a lot of hero players, at least personally, like the ones I've seen in myself personally, we usually use the Hero Libs primarily to try to, you know, bait the Ash, and usually use Stratos or something. I feel like this guy is totally right and onto something about playing 3 Stratos. I think that's like the main thing we got to start. That going forward, I think that's probably the main thing. Not only that, same thing with the increase. I know there's going to be a lot of people who probably brought this, who are going to be against that still. And, you know, player's preference. This guy's playing 45 cards. Obviously, that's going to rub some people the wrong way. I think heroes have so much search power that it really doesn't matter that much. We got triple Stratos, triple Ferris, triple A Hero Lips, triple Fusion Destiny. We got Shadow Mist, Foolish Burial. We got E-Call, Rhoda. E-Call's at 3 still. We have so much search power and so much cards to go off that realistically, more than 40 cards really isn't that big of a deal. So, realistically, I think going forward, this guy was, like I said, on to something, and probably playing 3 Stratos is most likely the best thing to go forward. Now, right away, something that caught my eye when I saw this deck list, I noticed right away he's playing. Do I have my? I have it right here. Let's see. He was main decking Crosskeeper. Now, if you play the Neos heroes, like we do here on the channel, let's see. Okay, cool. For those of you who only play Omni heroes and never looked at like Neos heroes, I'll put this up to the screen, get better. Go ahead, read it, pause it as soon as it focuses. Sorry for the glare, by the way. Summer, what can you do? Okay, go ahead, pause it right there, and go ahead, read it. But basically, this is a card that's very useful in Neos heroes usually. And I've seen some people tech it in Omni heroes, and this is the first time I've seen it at like a big event where the person was main decking it, and I can see why. I'll just read off a couple of its big effects. You can send this card from your hand or field to the graveyard, special summon 1 elemental hero monster or Neospatial monster from your hand or graveyard, but negates effects. If summoned from your graveyard, if you special summon an elemental hero fusion monster while this card is in your graveyard, except during the damage step, you can banish this card, draw 2 cards. Then place 1 card from your hand to the bottom of the deck. You can only use the effects of each of Crosskeeper once per turn. So, basically, you basically can use this card as a massive extender. Like, you could use him, discard, and let's say summon another Stratos from your hand, or summon Shadow Mist, or any of that really. Like, you got multiple Stratos, which is why I think he was running the E-Call. I mean, if anyone saw I saw the full gameplay between him and the dude playing Sprite for Hire Runic. Shout out to that guy too. Seriously, shout out to everyone who just and also shout out to the guy who won the whole thing. I know some people were. I saw some people a little like mad or something that he won with Kashtira, but you gotta pay respect for anybody who gets to these high places at these big events. These guys definitely more than earned their invites of Worlds in Japan. So, I just always love like seeing. I love seeing heroes style, but I just love seeing people work hard and their endeavors pay off. So just shout out to them. But basically, so you can use this as an extender, and you can get cards. You can draw cards because you're always fusion summoning. That's heroes thing. That's the bread and butter for heroes. So I actually like the idea of main decking this card. It's a really cool card, although I can see why some people wouldn't want to. But again, I'm just going over the guy's deck list, and I think this is a good idea. Something else that I've noticed, he's playing 1 Shadow Mist. In all honesty, that I can see why. During the testing with the new hero stuff, I've noticed like you usually want to use your mid combo. You usually would be able to go into wake up your elemental hero, and if you know the deck, you know that wake up your elemental hero. You pop it with DPE, and you use wake up your elemental hero to summon Shadow Mist from your deck if you don't already have mass change. So if you already have mass change, it's just not a big deal, because then you can just add Stratos and probably go Dark Angel or Plasma or something. Again, it really depends on a lot of variables, but I've noticed that sometimes playing 2 Shadow Mist can get in the way. So I can see why he cut it down to 1, because theoretically you really only need 1 Shadow Mist, and especially since a lot of people, and the guy mentioned this during his deck profile on D-Time's channel. That's why I mentioned D-Time, because if you want to see him go full weight, because again, I'm just giving my 2 cents on his deck and just talking about the tech choices he made and how this I think is going to affect the hero deck going forward. If you want to see the words coming from the man's mouth himself, just go check out D-Time's video. But basically, he did mention that what's it called? Oh man, I lost my train of thought. Oh boy, I'll start about Crosskeeper show. Well, basically, yeah, there are a lot of tech choices here that are really cool, and he's obviously playing the 2 increase. He did mention that I like the way he put it. Heroes are their own worst enemy, and if you want to go off, you want to go off, and that's why he was main decking the 2 increase. Can't blame him, in all honesty. The guy obviously was really preparing for Kashtira, so he was main deck. That's why he was main decking the Book of Moon. You probably could do the same thing with Book of Eclipse. I would also prefer the Book of Moon, just because I wouldn't want to deal with getting ashed, honestly. He was also, let's see. Oh, now I remember. I'm so sorry. I'm just really excited. Again, I just love seeing hero players top. It's awesome. He did mention, and I noticed this too, that a lot of people, like hero players, have been cutting Mass Change and Fusion Destiny from like 3 to 2 each. Some even just it's like 2 and playing 3 Fusion Destiny. But in all honesty, I can kind of see why. Because there are sometimes I open up and I want a different monster in my hand, but instead I got Fusion Destiny, and I think, and like I said, these days with the new combos, with the new Flame Wingman and being able to go into your Wake Up Your Elemental Hero a lot easier, and him being part of the combo now, you can just summon Shadow Mist from your deck, easily search out Mass Change. I kind of agree with that, honestly, and he's doing it too, playing 2 Mass Change, and I think I might try that too, actually, on my next locals. 3 Fusion Destiny. Some people have been cutting it down to 2 as well. I've seen. I like his reasoning behind it. Why not? If they pretty much stop all your stuff, why not just get a 1-card DPE? It's DPE, and why say no to that? 3 Hero Libs. Let's be honest. Hero Libs because of the new Flame Wingman, and just the new abilities, like the new combo lines that this card unlocks for hero players. Hero Lives is just even better now. Double droplets, not surprised. Makes me excited for that new reprint set we're going to be getting, because there's like a ton of cards from there I've been wanting for a while. But droplets is one of those cards because I've been wanting for I could never get my hands on a set because it's so expensive. So I'm excited for that. And the reason I'm bringing it up because if you want to see us, like me and Chandler and Michael are definitely going to try to get a couple of those, probably a box, honestly. If you want to see us do an opening for that, let us know. Droplets, Dark Ruler No More, favorite contacts. Okay, for those who haven't seen the full gameplay, the feature match between him and the guy playing for hire, Runix Bright, there's a thing that I'm not going to spoil it, but you'll see. I'm not going to say anything. 2 Rivalry of the Warlords, obviously. 2 Gozen match. That one's kind of interesting. Although, I guess it makes sense. I mean, we all... Oh, 2 Dark No More. I don't know. I think I forgot to mention that. The guy obviously wanted to play Board Breakers. There's that thing that a lot of people say heroes are a lot better going to turn 2. And this guy's deck is obviously built for going turn 2. I mean, he's got the Book of Moons to deal with Kashtira and all that. Heroes can really go either one. Turn 2, turn 1. Man, I remember I triggered a Medolce player when I mentioned my Medolce local support saying that they're going better turn 2. So apparently that's a touchy subject for some people. But heroes can realistically go either way. They can go first, set up a crazy field with Plasma, DPE, Dark Law. Or they can go, or again, Board Breakers, which I think this guy was obviously going for the board breaking capabilities as well. So basically, he was prepared to go either turn 1, which I think the first match he went turn 2. I think, I'm pretty sure, but he was obviously, this is what I meant when I said to begin. This guy obviously knew the meta inside and out because he's not even playing main decking. He's not even side decking Imperm. I just noticed that. So he completely cut out like Imperm and Ash for this event because obviously at this sort like I've said before at a local level, Ash and Imperm are what you want to play because you're going to be seeing those kind of decks more often at a local level. But like at a huge event like this, yeah, 100% I agree with this. Cutting out Ash and Imperm and playing like Book of Moon and like and the board breaker cards. This is amazing. Honestly, the ingenuity is just crazy. I love it. So yeah, the Gozen match. I think this is because obviously we all know what Rivalries does. You know, besides Extra Hero, Infernal Divisor, everything in the deck, at least non-hand trap wise, is a warrior. So that's why Rivalries has always been like our best friend. But Gozen match, I think this is because usually you end on a field like the best cards in the deck, Dark Law, DPE, Plasma, all of them, you know, the cards you usually want to end your field on are dark monsters. So it makes sense. Go turn 1, end on a field with like any of those guys and have Dark Law and goes and have end on a field with like Dark Law, DPE, Plasma, any combination of those, or heck, even all three, and have Gozen match and Rivalry of the Warlords ready to flip on them too. Rivalries is already messed up, but combining Gozen match will mess up almost any deck because pretty much every deck these days, at least a lot of the really good ones, are very attribute heavy. Kashtira may be like a mixture of like Psychic and stuff like that, and some other monsters, but they're pretty much all Earth, so that stops them right there. And there are and like for higher Runic, you know, Rivalries doesn't really bug them, but actually wait, I think they're all different monster types too. I don't know, I'll look it up. But this messes up the Sprite part because now because like Sprite Blue is like water and stuff like that. So now you really only got one of each of them. You really only have one of them. And if they're playing against like the for hire or something, and they flip this up, they pretty much get locked them out of one of their engines basically. So that's really cool. That's really awesome. The extra deck. Yeah, this is pretty good actually. This is pretty much what I would expect. 2 Cross Crusader. I don't think I could ever cut out Cross Crusader. Infernal Divisor and two Wonder Drivers. Now that's really interesting. Although I've seen people cut out Dread Decimator before. Obviously, he wanted to really go hard playing 2 of these. He really wanted to go hard with the combo with the Flame Wingman. Because if you've seen like any of those videos of like people like the shorts on YouTube or any of the combos with Wingman, you would see that Wonder Driver is super crucial for a lot of those combos to keep getting back your Polymerization or Miracle Fusion mid combos. So I'm not surprised, honestly. I think I want to try that out, honestly. It looks really cool. Waking Your Mental Hero, Wingman, both the Wingman, I mean. Let's see. Sunrise, App Zero, DPE, 2 Dark Law. Okay. This is really cool, yeah. This is and he also was even playing Baguska, and he did also mention in the deck profile on D-Type's channel. Again, I'm sorry, I keep saying that. Like I said, I don't like to mention other YouTube channels' names because I don't want to be that guy to get it. I don't want to be one of those guys that looks like they just drops names to get attention. But if you look at our other videos, I never do that. But this is just the fact that he got a deck profile from the guy, and looking at a deck list like I have Twitter booted up on my other monitor. It's just crazy. Is one thing because you can get a look at everything he's playing, but hearing the actual words come from, like the man talk about the deck itself and why he made these tech choices are 2 completely different things. So I'm really glad that he managed to get a deck profile of him because hearing his tech choices makes looking at this deck completely like it's like a 180 change. Like you can see crystal clear the choices why he made these choices. So, Baguska, I'm not surprised. Baguska's a nasty card anyways, let's be real here. Side deck. Okay, yeah, I'm not surprised he's main decking The Joel Unlock, Super Heavy Samurai is still, those cards are still annoying. Yeah, apparently hit Lightning Storm to 2. Okay, yet we're not even going to look at the card people really want hit. Evenly matched. No, still at 3. I still don't get that logic. The third copy of Rivalries and Gozen makes sense. Called by the Grave. The third Forbidden Droplets, nice. Oh, he's playing that one card, the fusion card. Shoot, what's it called? I think I have it in my binder actually. Let's see. I forgot he was playing that card. Oh, here it is. Fusion deployment. Yeah, I have it right here. I'll put it up here. Okay, go ahead and pause as soon as it focuses. Okay, go ahead and pause. But I'll read it anyways, just to be safe. Reveal one fusion monster in your extra deck. A special summon from your hand or deck one of the fusion materials whose name is specifically listed on that card. Also, you cannot special summon monsters from your extra deck except fusion monsters. Turn you activate this card, you can only activate one fusion development once per turn. Okay, that's really cool. So, specific ones. I guess that means this is specifically meant for Neos, because you reveal your you reveal your Shining Neos Wingman, and now because he's like the only one in the he's pretty much the only one that lists a specific hero you have to use. Because Sunrise, you just gotta use a fusion monster and a warrior. Two hero monsters, different attributes. Wake Up Your Elemental Hero, it's a fusion monster and an elemental hero. Ab-Zero, an elemental hero and a water monster. DP, a level 5, etc., etc. So yeah, this is obviously like to get Neos out in the field quicker. That's pretty cool, actually. That's a good idea for a tech right there. Like, again, the techs that this guy used were just nuts. These are just awesome. I think these are amazing cards to use. And the third mass change makes sense. And that ghost, not Ash, but the other ghost card. I suck at names. I'm sorry. I suck at remembering names. But if you're watching this video, you've probably seen the deck profile. Just go check out the deck profile. I suck with names. But okay, that's the entire deck. Now, I think this fully solidifies the fact that going forward, main decking Neos and the new Wingman and Shiny Neos Wingman is going to be like the norm for hero decks going forward, personally. And these techs that he chose, now obviously this is for like a big event. Like sometimes people like see a deck that topped and they copy every card for card, and they wonder why they still mess. It's because some people forget you gotta like use the cards for your area that you're playing at. You're playing at like a more of a local level. Cards like Ash and Imperm are probably better to use, in all honesty. But this guy topped at the North American WCQ. I don't even want it. Like, Cashier ended up winning the big event anyways. So, winning the whole thing, like getting first place anyways. And he was playing against For Hire Runic Sprite, which is also a meta deck. Like, I think it's between those two, For Hire, Runic Sprite, Kashtira, and between them and Kashtira, which people argue was a better deck. I think Kashtira kind of just proves it's more dominant right now. So, this guy knew exactly what to play, and he prepared for them completely. So, obviously, that's what his the side deck reflects. So, that's just something to be wary of. But I think everything else, it can be easily splashed in and used even at a local level. So these are some amazing choices, and that's pretty much for this video. Honestly, I just wanted to talk about this because it's like I said, it's like when your favorite sports team wins a big game or something. You get excited. That's how I feel seeing other hero players top, especially a big event like this. So I'm just really excited. Again, 100% shout outs to the guy who got top 32, Nathan Christmas. From one Cali hero player to another, props to you, 100% respect. And like I said throughout the video, if you want to see him like talk about the deck in depth, in his own words, just go check out D-Time's channel. He has like a full on, he's one of the goats when it comes to heroes. So just go check out his deck profile. And honestly, that's everything. I just want to talk about this because we don't get to see heroes top like big events like this all the time. And when it happens, I gotta bust out the hero mat and just talk about it. So that's it for this video. If you want to see more hero in Yu-Gi-Oh content on the channel, let us know in the comments. And just honestly, thanks for stopping by. Take care of yourself, stay cool, and why not stay hydrated? It's summer, stay hydrated. Have a great day. Bye.